everyone, it's the video number 2 of How Passion Works series. If you haven't watched my video where I've actually told you about how passion works and how passion work, video number 1, go and watch it. Because by watching it, you will actually get to know that how the passion work thing worked for Ronaldo, how passion work thing worked for Bill Gates, how it works for Mark Zuckerberg, how it works for lots of people even who are dropouts from the college, how it works for world's richest person, Elon Musk. You will get to know, even though they are dropouts from the university, how it worked for them. Even from the centuries, people are there who are following their passion and how it worked for them. You will get to know. So go first and watch it because the link is in the description. So now we begin with our video number 2, which is actually rule number 2, how passion works. So there we go with it. Rule number 2. Guys, in 18th century, in 18th century, it was all across the Europe, which is actually known as the Black Death of Childbed. What was happening all across the Europe was basically what was actually happening when, or like at a point when the mother was giving birth to a child, both mother and child were dying within 48 hours. And it was getting worse and worse over a century. And lots of doctors and men of science were studying and just want to find the reason why actually this is happening. So what they were doing in the morning, what they were conducting was they were conducting autopsies, and in the afternoon they were doing their rounds and delivering the babies. So it was the time of the mid-1800s where actually Oliver come and said to everybody, like men of science and doctors, that maybe this is the reason why this is happening, the death of childbed. We are not washing our hands properly. We are going washing simply. Not washing. And everybody called them crazy. Hey, because we are not washing our hands properly, how this big thing happened? Have you ever thought about it? Hey, you are a big man. You are experienced man. Aged man. Why you are talking about rubbish things? And they called that person Oliver crazy, fooled person for 30 long years. And that is not only the thing. And after lots of time, a person, somebody from that group, and then they realized that same thing. Like somebody from that group realized the same thing. That maybe this can be the reason. And when they just started washing their hands properly after so long, you will not believe it that the Black Death of Childbed disappeared. Literally disappeared. I know. Now you are thinking so that small things can create a big impact, so worst impact. That is the thing here. But one more thing is there. We all just love to take credits, especially when we have done something great, some smart work, hard work done, and then we are getting credit. We just love it. But when we don't get, how much offensive we get it about it, I know it is so painful at that point. But that is what is the thing. You have to take credit when you have done so great work, but also at the same point, you have to take accountability of the thing which you have done wrong. which most of the people don't do, and their whole life to tell to themselves, hey, it's not me, it's somebody else, and this all that. This is what most people do, and they don't realize sometimes you are the problem, they are the problem, and which is nothing wrong in it. Lots of times we are wrong, and as a human being everybody makes mistakes. So you have to be like sorry for it. Realize that, okay, it's my problem, like I'm wrong in it. That should be there. And even as I told you that most of you must be thinking that, hey, we are not washing our hands properly. Yes, this is what happened. Most of the time what we think, hey, it's a small thing. Leave it. Which actually creates lots of impact. Literally lots of. The power of compounding. If you haven't watched my number 1 and number 10th video, then you can watch it. Will give you lots of impact. The power of compounding video. Both video. Because lots of time people say to me, hey, I'm not watching this course, watching this video because it is having so many learnings. So I just can't watch simply without making notes. And what they then do is, they just procrastinate, and then it becomes years, months, they're not doing it. Let me say, so what happens, there was a girl. So she was heavy, she was suffering with fat obesity. And she said to her brother that, hey, I want to reduce my weight, tell me something, please tell me easy thing, yeah. And his brother says, do 10 sit-ups daily. Do 10 sit-ups daily for 6 months, or if you want, 3 months. Then you will reduce your 3 or 4 kgs. Easy, simple, do it. Then he says, 3 months, 6 months, 10 sit-ups daily, continuously. Can't do. And you know, her brother said this, and you know, her brother said this at 2011 year. Now it has been more than 12 years. Imagine, she was following that thing for even like 1 month or for a few weeks. She must be having few of the results. But she didn't follow. And now she is suffering with more obesity. Let's suppose she must be that much like obesity person, fatty person, but she must have not gained that much fat that she was not having at 2011. What she was wanting quick results just now, which cannot happen. Cannot. That is what is the thing which most people don't do. They didn't wait. They don't do so little bit of habits. No, they don't do it. And that's why what is going in their life. And I know lots of people, they give that excuse that why you don't just see the, like, why didn't you watch that course, why don't you read that book? Because I'm the kind of person who make their notes, who follow everything greatly, but I don't get time. Or I am planning for it, but what is happening is I'm planning. Yeah, this is like it. But guys, The thing here is not that you're planning. That planning comes into procrastination, that you're saying that, I'll do it. Like, you wanna study, I'll do it with the proper setup and all. I will do it in the proper setup and all. But what happened next? You don't do. Because you'll be like, I'll do with the perfect, great thing, with like great setup. Which actually we call as like you just wait for the perfect time, perfect direction, perfect thing, perfect venue and all. Which will never come, but you have to make it just now. And on this topic also my video is there. Perfect time will never come. You have to make it. Like Lola's. It has been more than 12 years. But what happened? She didn't follow. Let's suppose if she was doing one setup daily, she must be having now a benefit. And you will say, one setup. Do you know, when you get in the position of doing a setup, you'll be like, one more setup, one. Now I have just come, let's do it. Then you'll be like it. So that's what. She must be having a few of the benefits. And by that, what happened? When you are doing something, you get ideas about more things like it. You can do Zumba, you can do dancing, you can do something this, something that. You can join gym or like something like that. You get so many ideas. Even by seeing you, lots of people be motivated by it. Or like when lots of people see you, they say you can do this thing or you can join this gym, or like they give you lots of ideas. So that is what the thing here is. Take small actions. Need it. So I hope so you got the rule number 2. Also the bonus things.